Early in my life, I was a student athlete at a university, the University of Michigan. And it was a wonderful opportunity for me to get kind of my first lessons in the world of management because I had great coaches. I played on a football team that won 30 games, lost one, and tied one in 3 years. We won the championship all 3 years. So it was a very high level of performance, great coaches, and a lot of really good players. I didn't play a lot in those days. I was on the team, and I was proud to be so, but I got a chance to observe a lot, sometimes more than I wanted to, from the perspective of how did the coaches prepare the team to win. And one of the things that fascinated me was in the game of football, there is a situation that's probably one of the hardest situations to deal with, and that's what we called sudden change. And what it meant was that the defense would come off the field and they'd be tired, they'd be fatigued, they'd be looking for water, they'd want to sit down and rest. And they wouldn't even get to the spot in the bench where they'd be comfortable, and the offense would fumble the ball or throw an interception or have some situation that would occur that would be the most negative thing for a defense you could imagine, because it meant they had to go right back out there without any rest and usually defend in a situation that was very, very negative. What I found fascinating was that the coaches were actually able to forecast that this was going to happen throughout the season, and they prepared the team for it. At practice, we used to actually go through mock drills of sudden change. And what they taught us to do was that whenever that nasty situation occurred, what we should all shout is sudden change, and we would all get together as a team, and we would kind of grab hands, and we would seize this as an opportunity. In other words, we were programmed to believe that when this very negative situation occurred, rather than responding negatively, we would actually see it as an opportunity and get excited about it and anticipate it in a way that we knew we were going to be successful. I later in life determined that was a great lesson that could be applied to the world of business, because if organizations understand that change is good, and when you are confronted with change, particularly change that is challenging, a great organization is going to be ready for that, they're going to anticipate it, and they're going to see it as an opportunity. And so I really adopted my own version of sudden change in business, and my phrase is called change is good. And you will go throughout my organization whenever we encounter something that was not anticipated, and particularly something that has some negative connotations to it. And when it's all said and done, we'll look at one another and we'll say, change is good. This is an opportunity for us to react to change, make it positive, and apply ourselves in a way that allows us to step up and accomplish something important. We tend to resist change because oftentimes change creates problems that require solution, and sometimes those solutions require a lot of extra work. So if you understand that people are going to approach change with trepidation and some are going to resist it, I think as a leader, the way that you can best prepare your organization is to transform their thinking and put them in a mindset that makes them want to embrace change. When I was introduced my first day as the CEO of Domino's Pizza, I was kind of wheeled out behind a blue curtain. I was not someone who had been here as part of the team. It was a 38-year-old company, and I was the second CEO, the first one to follow the founder and pioneer who kind of created the business. So I come from behind the curtain, and there's hundreds of people politely applauding, but mostly wanting to know, what is this new guy all about? And what are we in for under this new generation of leadership? And I decided that my remarks would be very, very brief, but hopefully would set the tone. And what I said to the group was, if you are the kind of people and the type of organization that loves change, that believes that change is good, change is exciting, embracing change is something that you really want to get good at and want to do, you're going to love me. If you're the kind of person that wants things to always be the way they've been, and you want to sit around and talk about the good old days, then I'm not your guy. Because truthfully, I'm here to create better days, and that's going to require change.